Namaste students. So students, in the previous class we started this chapter British rule in India. Until now we have discussed very much details, very important knowledge about how the Britishers came in India and they ruled in India for about 200 years in the past. So students, in the previous class, first of all we discussed that how the East India Company was formed, right? And when it was formed in 1600 AD. And then they came to India, right? And they sent an ambassador. Who was their ambassador? He was a famous traveler, Sir Thomas Roy, right? So they sent an ambassador and they started building factories in India. After that, their thinking changed and they started building forts also in India and they started keeping armies there. Saying this, there were two battles in Bengal, right? One was Battle of Plassey and then the second one was Battle of Buxar. And also we studied that how with conspiracies with Mir Jafar and with the help of him, Britishers were able to defeat the Nawab of Bengal, right? So students, after all these details, now in the previous class we were discussing this topic that how the British rule of India was expanded, British rule in India was expanded, how they just took over one another one kingdom, right, and they established their rule in India. So students, the last point in this topic was that by 1856 Britishers were able to took over their control over all of the India, right? They defeated all the kings, almost all the kings, and they developed their control, their rule in India by the year of 1856. So the next topic, the new topic that we are going to start today, it is exploitation under British rule. What is the name of the topic? It is exploitation under British rule. That how the British rule affected very badly into Indian people. So what is the meaning of exploitation? Exploitation means, you can say, bad treatment. What is the meaning of exploitation? It is bad treatment. Now when these Britishers, East India Company started, they had control over India, they started treating Indian people very badly. They humiliated them, right? And they exploited them. So how they started this exploitation? They started with the farmers, right? They started with the farmers, and what did they do? They forced the farmers to grow only indigo and cotton, right? So what they started? The farmers were forced to grow indigo and cotton only, right? They were forced to grow these two crops, indigo and cotton. Now what is indigo? First of all students, indigo is a plant, right, which gives us the dye. You have seen neil in your homes, right? Indigo in Hindi is known as neil. So this gives us the dye that was used to dye various clothes, right? This powder was used to dye various clothes that were used in the England. In the England there were mills developed, and what did the Britishers do? They will just take this dye, this raw dye from the indigo plants grown by the farmers, and they will use that dye in the England, in the mills that were developed in England. And what was the use of cotton? The raw cotton was grown by Indian farmers, right? They will just take that raw cotton and just export it to England again, and they will be used, these cotton will be used in the production of various clothes in the textile of England, right? So these indigo and cotton were exported to England and there it were used, but these were produced by Indian farmers. Again, there was another loss in growing these crops. What was it? That the Britishers first of all forced them to grow these crops only. They were not allowed to grow wheat and rice for their family and for selling. They were forced And then after this was not enough. What were the Britishers used to do? They will take that crops at a very low price, right? These indigo and cotton was purchased from the farmers at a very low price. Now it resulted into decreasing the quality of their life. The farmers were getting poorer and poorer day by day. Why? Because they were not able to grow crops. They will have to purchase the food, the wheat, rice from the market, and also they were not able to do so. Why? Because they were not getting enough money for their crops from the Britishers, right? So this resulted into the exploitation of farmers. They lost their dignity to live life. They were not able to live life in a manner they used to live before, right? So this was the first, that how the farmers were exploited. After that, the second point of the weavers. Now students, I told you that this cotton went to the textiles in the England, and there the clothes were produced in a very huge amount with the help of machinery. Now Britishers didn't stop there. What they used to do, they bring those clothes from England to India and sell those clothes in the Indian market at a low price. Then the weavers of India used to produce their handmade clothes. That was handmade clothes, so that were a very, you can say, that were costlier than those clothes which the England Britishers used to bring to India, because it was produced on machines. So it was cheaper, and the Britishers used to sell their cheap clothes in Indian market. So again, what happened? Nobody was having that much money to afford the clothes from Indian weavers. So again, it exploited weavers also. So weavers of Indian market, they were also exploited, and they were becoming poorer day by day, right? So this was the factor, that how they exploited, how they treated very badly with their tricks and strategies, and this resulted into a poor India, which affected common man very badly. So by this we have learned that how they took over the kingdoms of the India. So the kings also were not happy with this, and also the common man was not happy with the rule of Britishers, right? So after this, so the students, after this, the topic we are going to study is First War of Independence, right? And yes, before this, there is one another point that is left in the previous topic. They were exploiting India, but also by this strategies. After this, they made various unfair policies. What they do? They made various unfair policies. Now, what were these policies like? First of all, the policy was that the farmers were not able to grow wheat and rice for their own use, right? And after that, the second unfair policy was that Indians were not allowed to build their own mills and factories, right? What was this policy? That Indians were not allowed to build their own factories and mills, right? On mills or factories. By doing so, they just prohibited Indian people to grow. They just prevented their growth. They were not able to build their factories and produce their own material or their own clothes, right? So this resulted in the complete exploitation under the British rule. So people, after this, all these unfair policies and what they did to the farmers and the weavers, people were not happy at all, right? So there was very discontentment. So what does discontentment means? Asantosh. They were not satisfied with this kind of life they were living. So what happened after this? Again, a revolt took place. After 100 years, right, Battle of Plassey took place in 1757. So after 100 years of that, another revolt took place that was named as First War of Independence, right? It took place in 1857. You can see it is almost after 100 years of the first war against Britishers, Battle of Plassey. So it took place in 1857. Now what was this war and who started this war? This is very ironical. You will be amazed to hear this, that this revolt was started by the Britishers army. The Indian people in the Britishers army started this revolt, right? And this was named as the first war of independence because its impact was very huge. That we will discuss later, that how it resulted into a huge impact. But before that, you need to know that why the army people started this revolt, right? So why these people, the army people in the British army, the Indian people started this revolt because there was a new rule for them. First of all, the Britishers used to humiliate these army people, right? They used to humiliate them a lot, and they also treated them very badly as compared to the Britishers in the army. Also, they were paid less. They used to get less salary as compared to the British people, while both were doing the same work. Okay, so after this, again a very major reason was there which started this revolt. What was that reason? Students, there was a new rule by the Britishers that you see, the bullets were kept in some cases, right? The bullets were kept in some cases. The covering was known as cartridges. Now these cartridges means the casing in which bullets were kept. What are cartridges? In which bullets were kept, right? So these cartridges were made of pig and cow fat. These were made of pig and cow fat. Now what was the rule? That before firing or before any fight, these bullets were to taken out of these cartridges, right? Now before these pulling out, they need to cut these cartridges with their mouth, right? So what it led to? See, it was made of pig and cow fat. Now we know that for Hindus, cow is a very holy animal, right? We just pray cows, right? So that means Hindus were not very happy with this rule, right? Because it was made of the cow fat. Now the pig fat, Muslims don't consider pig as a very good animal, right? Pig fat is prohibited in Islam. So this led to a very much discontentment, a revolt among both the Hindu and Muslims, right? Hindu and Muslims both were not happy with this rule. Were not happy with this rule, right? So they started a revolt in 1857. They gathered all the people in India, mostly very famous leaders were involved in this fight. They were gathered and this revolt started. That was known as First War of Independence, right? So students, this revolt, this was led by the Mughal Emperor of Delhi. Who led this revolt? Mughal Emperor. Yes, Mughal Emperor of Delhi. At that time, he led this revolt. He was the leader, right? He was the leader of this revolt, and his name was Bahadur Shah Zafar. He led this revolt, and in this revolt, various famous leaders were involved like Tantia Tope. We have heard about Jhansi Ki Rani a lot, right? So Rani Lakshmibai, she was also involved in this revolt, and various other leaders, right? Nana Sahib, Tantia Tope. I am just writing the names here. Who were the famous leaders for this in this revolt? Tantia Tope, right? After that, Nana Sahib. Yes, Rani Lakshmibai. from Jhansi. Right. After that, various other leaders like Begum Hasrat Mahal. She was also a famous leader who fought in this revolt. Right. What was the name? Begum Hasrat Mahal. And right. And another leader was Kanwar Singh and Liaquat Ali. Kanwar Singh and Liaquat Ali, right? So these were the famous Hindu and Muslim leaders who just led this fight, first war of independence, and the leader who led this revolt, he was Bahadur Shah Zafar, the emperor, the Mughal emperor of Delhi. So students, after this, there are some few topics that are points that are left in first war of independence, that what was the major result. It is a very important point, that what was the major result of this first war of independence. But we will see this impact in the next class. Okay, till then you just go through these two topics that we discussed today. What was it? Number one was exploitation under British rule, right? How the farmers and the weavers as well as the kings were exploited by the British people, and how they humiliated Indian army, which led to this revolt, first war of independence in 1857, 100 years after the Battle of Plassey. Right? So for the just time being, go through this chapter from the book also. Okay students, till then take care. Namaste.